Hello and welcome to another exciting Breakfast with Unity. I'm your host, Max Moreau, and today we're going to be doing one more look at the Palletized shader. We're going to be adding alpha support to it so that we can do cool alpha effects. So, what are we going to do here? Well, let's just get right to it. So, I'm going to create one more folder, I guess. 90 Palletized alpha. Alright, so we've got palletized color, we've got palletized surface shader. We're going to convert the surface shader into another surface shader here, and we might do the regular vertex shader as well. But this is the one I'm going to promise to do right now. So let's just copy... Actually, let's not do that. Let's base it on the alpha version here. So we're going to go ahead and grab alpha diffuse. And whoops, I don't want to just drag it over there. I want to duplicate it so that we still have this nice copy here and put into our palletized alpha. We're going to call this palletized. I misspelled this one pretty good, didn't I? Told you I'm bad at spelling palletized. Palletized. Alright, so palletized surface alpha. So let's open this up. Let's change the name of it to Pushy Pixels Palletized Surface Alpha. So we've copied the alpha one, and so it already has the strappings that we need for alpha. So it's got the Q set up properly. Lambert has been told to alpha blend, and we can then set these values. This is actually identical to the other one, but for some reason they set the alpha in those ones as well. So so from here we can actually basically just whoops, not palletized color. We want palletized surface shader. We can just literally just copy and paste across and it'll probably just work. Super simple. Save. Yeah, I didn't get up well this morning, so that's the reason we're doing this one, because this is going to be hopefully easy. So, so let's go ahead and duplicate this scene one more time. Palletized alpha. And we're going to create, I'm just going to create another sphere. We'll just put it right there, yeah, why not? Let's put it a little bit forward though so that the camera can actually see it. And this one we're going to create one more shader. By the way, if you select a script for a shader and then do create material, it will actually create the material with that shader already selected. So that's a little shortcut you can use in certain cases. So let's do that. Oh, it automatically renamed it too. That's nice. I don't remember that. All right, so it looks like it's transparent, so that's a good sign. Let's go ahead. Oh wait, this obviously isn't saved. Palletized surface alpha. Oh yeah, we missed one more thing that we needed. We definitely need the second texture here. And we don't need the color. File save. Yay. So now, if we do our little test things, we'll just do blue lightning again. Now this it's interesting. It looks different, doesn't it? Oh yeah, that's because we're not. These ones have a tiling attached to them, I think. So if we go to the shader 5 and 5, go to the shader 5 and 5. So if we set this to 5 and 5, it should look pretty much identical right now because we haven't changed the texture. So if we hit play, and actually let's go ahead and go back to our main camera and turn it back to skybox. Oh yeah, we're not animating it either. So so yeah. So now let's actually see if we can do this with alpha. So for the first test, I'm going to do something very simple. I'm going to duplicate blue lightning here. I'm going to put it into Palletized Alpha, and I'm going to call this Blue Lightning Auto Alpha. And what I'm just going to do is I'm going to just say Alpha from Grayscale, hit apply. And now if we go into our thing and use this, there we go. We have transparency. So what I did there is if you choose Alpha from Grayscale, this means that, I don't know what that really does along with this, but what it does is it makes the values of the colors change the alpha. So this is still not optimal for what we want to do, but it shows that the thing is working. So let me actually just really quickly make it a proper one in Pixelmator. So what we're going to do is, 286 by 2, that's fine. So we've got this this shader here. I'm going to just change these, instead of being black, I'm going to make them opaque. Transparent completely. And same with the outer edge ones. And then we're going to just run this across here again. We're just going to do a little gradient here. And just save it. Export, PNG, Blue Lightning Alpha, export. Sure, whatever. So we're going to go Blue Lightning Alpha, throw it into here, and let's see how that one looks. That's going to look a little bit nicer because what we're going to get is... Oops, that was Auto Alpha again, wasn't it? There you go. So now the lighting's a lot more clear. The reason this one wasn't as clear is because since we're using the grayscale, the blues here are actually showing up as transparent. And really everything is transparent up until the white. But in our custom one, these blacks are transparent, but the blue and the white are 100%. I also should have made the resolution higher because we can actually get rid of some of the banding issues on this. So let's do one more though. So this is the one that's affected by lighting, right? Which probably don't want for a lightning ball, especially. So not that you can't do other effects than lightning balls with palletized shaders. And I request that you experiment, like make some different images and stuff, and try different textures and see what actually happens. So what we're gonna do now is let's go ahead and convert the other one as well. So this one is gonna be a little bit trickier because we're gonna have to. I don't know a good one to actually base this on. So we're just going to copy it, and we're going to paste it here. Oops, I guess we're not. I'm going to duplicate it, I guess, and paste it and bring it in there. So palletized color alpha. I'm just going to call it palletized alpha. And this one's going to be called palletized alpha. Alright, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to grab some concepts from here. So we're going to grab the tags that we see here. So throw those in here. Oops. We still need the tags keyword. Save that. And that may be all we need to do, but I have a feeling it's not going to be all we need to do. Let's give it a shot, though. So if we put this on our sphere, so I'm going to go ahead and duplicate this. We're going to call this palletized alpha. And I'm going to go ahead and change this to pushy pixels palletized alpha. And now we're going to throw this onto our sphere. Nope, didn't work. Alright, so we gotta do something else. Vertex fragment, frag color. We're sending all of the channels, so you would think that would work. What else do we have to do on here? So, alpha blend. I don't think that pragma will actually work. Well, let's go ahead and check the internets real quick. Why not? Vert, Unity Shader Alpha. Not Shader Lab. So, Fragment. Tweak Alpha on Custom Fragment Shader. Oh, blend. There we go. This will probably help. We could probably turn off Z-Write as well. Let's do both of those things. So let's go ahead and go to our alpha here. And where do I throw these? These are, oh yeah, in the subshader. So do we have a subshader? Right there. Let's see if this solves the problem. Z-Write technically doesn't have to be off, but most of the time, if you're doing single object transparency and non-complex objects, it saves you a lot of hassle. So now let's drag this onto our sphere. There we go. We have alpha, and it's not affected by light. So now, if we go back to our original test, and actually let's just have all of these. Let's do the full Monty. So sphere. What is this one called? Vertex. Alpha, and then duplicate it again. We're going to call this sphere surface alpha. Alright, and we will just move these out a little bit more. 2 and 2. Can we see them still? Yeah, good. And then we'll just move the, what is it called? So one of these will move to the left a little, -1, -0.75, somewhere in there. And what's the other one? 1.75, no, 1.75, 0.6. I want to kind of look even. There we go. Good enough. So let's actually put these in order here. So vertex fragment and surface. There we go. So actually let's leave the surfaces on the right. So I'm going to move this one to 0.6 and this one to -0.6. And let's get these ones animating as well. So I should have just duplicated those spheres. Alright, I'm just going to copy this component and see if it works. If we just paste it into these guys, paste component as new, and paste component as new. And if we hit play, yay! And let's go ahead and go, so vertex, surface. Let's do one more thing to showcase this stuff. I'm just going to go ahead and save the scene first. And let's give the directional light a animation. And let's make it so that it changes in brightness. That didn't do much, did it? Why didn't that change anything? Oh, because I was in the... Yeah. Oh, and we actually... That's a good thing I was doing this test, because this is not a surface alpha here. This one is still using the palletized alpha, so we're going to switch this to surface alpha. Boop. There we go. And so let's just give a quick animation to the directional light. All I'm going to do is do the same thing that we normally do. Window, animation, throw this down here for the moment. Hit that record button. Call this light anim. Throw it down into palletized alpha. Save. And yeah, so what we'll do is we'll start at 0, and then we'll bring it up to, let's do it over 2 seconds. Bring it up to 8. Actually, let's do that a little bit longer. And then let's just bring it back down to 0. So now if we hit play, you can clearly see the surface shaders are affected by light. Doesn't show very well, does it? Let's go ahead and change the lighting angle a little bit too. Just to get kind of a... There we go. Cool. Gives you something to look at. Anyway, thank you guys for watching. If you have any questions, please email me, pushypixels@pushypixels.com. You can also tweet me at Drakfire. That's DRAKFYRE. Please support the show on Patreon, patreon.com/cookingwithunity. Really appreciate your support. You guys have a great one, and I will catch you tomorrow with another Breakfast with Unity.